Welcome to 2030. I own nothing, have no privacy, and life has never been better. Welcome to the year 2030. Welcome to my city, or should I say our city. I don't own anything. I don't own a car. I don't own a house. I don't own any appliances or any clothes. It might seem odd to you, but it makes perfect sense for us in this city. Everything you considered a product has now become a service. We have access to transportation, accommodation, food, and all the things we need in our daily lives. One by one, these things became free, so it ended up not making sense for us to own much. First, communication became digitized and free to everyone. Then, when clean energy became free, things started to move quickly. Transportation dropped dramatically in price. It made no sense for us to own cars anymore because we could drive driverless vehicles or flying cars for longer journeys within minutes. We started transporting ourselves in a much more organized, coordinated way when public transportation became easier, quicker, more convenient than the car. Now I can hardly believe that we accepted congestion and traffic jams, not to mention the air pollution and combustion engines. What were we thinking? Sometimes I use my bike when I go to see my friends. I enjoy the exercise and the ride. It kind of gets the soul to come along on the journey. Funny how some things never seem to lose their excitement. Walking, biking, cooking, drawing, and growing plants, it makes perfect sense and it reminds us how our culture emerged out of a close relationship with nature. In our city, we don't pay rent because someone is using our free space whenever we do not need it. My living room is used for business meetings when I'm not there. Once in a while, I will choose to cook for myself. It is easy. The necessary kitchen equipment is delivered to my door within minutes. Since transportation became free, we stopped having all those things stuffed in our home. Why keep a pasta maker and a crepe cooker crammed into our cabinets? We can just order them when we need them. This all made the breakthrough of the circular economy easier. When products are turned into services, no one has an interest in things with a short lifespan. Everything is designed for durability. My biggest concern is all the people who do not live in our city, those we lost on the way, those who decided they became too much, all this technology, those who felt obsolete and useless when the robots and AI took over big parts of our jobs, those who got upset with the political system and turned against it. Once in a while, I get annoyed about the fact that I have no real privacy, nowhere I can go and not be registered. I know that somewhere everything I do, think about, and dream of is recorded. I just hope that nobody will use it against me. All in all, it's a good life, much better than the path we were on, where it became so clear that we could not continue with the same model of growth. We had all these terrible things happening: lifestyle diseases, climate change, the refugee crisis, environmental degradation, completely congested cities, water pollution, air pollution, social unrest, and unemployment. We lost too many people before we realized that we could do things differently.
Well, let's talk about what the Great Reset is all about. From Twitter, WEF, that's the World Economic Forum. Here's the actual video. Predictions for the world in 2030. They'll say, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy, based on the input of members of the World Economic Forum's Global Future Councils. Really? Here's another one. Whatever you want, you'll rent, and it'll be delivered by drone. That I kind of don't necessarily believe. The U.S. won't be the world's leading superpower. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? A handful of countries will dominate. They're straight up saying it's going to be a one world government where you won't own anything. I love this. What do they say? You won't die waiting for an organ donor. That sounds pretty nice, right? Oh, the 3D. We won't transplant organs. We'll print new ones instead. Actually, that's true. I mean, that's just scientific research. That could exist. You'll eat much less meat. Look at this. It's like some kind of, it's very leftist. You don't want to eat meat. Okay. One world government will all come together and hold hands, and you don't get to own anything. Okay. An occasional treat, but not a staple, for the good of the environment and our health. Is this like PETA propaganda? What's going on? Here they say 1 billion people will be displaced by climate change. Will they now? We'll have to do a better job of welcoming and integrating refugees. Polluters will have to pay to emit carbon dioxide. Will they? There will be a global price on carbon that will help make fossil fuels history. This is in the world you could be preparing to go to Mars. I mean, some are probably doing that now already. But look at all of these points being brought up by the World Economic Forum. It's all leftist positions. Scientists will have worked out how to keep you healthy in space. Okay, that one I'm totally fine with. The start of a journey to find alien life. I'm down. Western values will, look at this. Western values will have been tested to the breaking point. Western, huh? Checks and balances that underpin our democracies must not be forgotten. Really? And this is all part of 8? What else do they got for us? Is that it? That's it. Western values have been tested to the breaking point. As opposed to what? Eastern values? They really do oppose the Enlightenment?